Another policy priority for us is environmental justice. This one is a bit newer for us, but it's one that we advocated for and we work to include because we know that climate change is happening. We know that it's affecting right now the state of Georgia. That's affecting many Latinos, many people of color, communities of low income are gonna be disproportionately affected by this issue, by a changing climate. So we wanted to make sure we included this as a legislative priority so that we can properly do our work in this area that affects so many members of our community, and also as a way to engage them on the issues that matter to them and get them, engaged and motivated to make a change in all the areas that affect our community.
I've been working in the political world for a very long time, and I'm excited that people are lifting up that question of where are we putting our landfills? Where are we putting the factories that pollute, right? And time and time again, those polluting elements, those loud factories, the parts of the community you want to hide, right? You're not going to put them downtown. You're putting them in communities that are the communities with the least political power. A lot of times that's communities that are heavily Latino. Almost all the times it's communities that are more impoverished or less well off. And it's not right. It's a part of, we need to have clean air and clean water and be committed to that and be committed to regulating businesses so that they're not polluting our air and water. I mean, there's going to be byproducts of most every industry, but we can do it in smarter, cleaner ways. We know we can. So we have to have people who are standing up and saying, we demand it. It's not just a platitude. It's not just, it would be nice. It's got to happen. And so when we're placing a new landfill or, goodness, one of these incinerators or something, we need to think about the communities that are being impacted. And we need to make up for all the negative impacts for decades and decades that, there are communities where the children have much higher rates of asthma because of the pollution in nearby factories. I mean, we've just got to do better.
And then regarding environmental justice, as far as I can tell, there's no plan B regarding planet Earth. If something happens to this planet that we're on, we don't have a substitute. Let's make sure that we are taking all precautions and doing everything we can to protect and preserve the environment we live in, right? We all have the right to clean water, clean air, and clean land. We all have a responsibility to do that. And I'm so happy that Latinos, through the Galileo Impact Fund and other organizations, are really taking a leadership role to ensuring that we are preserving and protecting our environment. Because again, where else are we going to go if something happens to the earth that we live on today?
It's important to note and to realize that the issues of environmental rights and making sure that we protect and ensure that we continue to have, quite frankly, a healthy earth, because there's only one earth and we all live in it. But it's also important that we consider it as environmental justice, because we take a more nuanced views about environmental regulations and environmental protection. We also take into consideration how it impacts both negatively and positively communities that are underrepresented.